Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is Godan, and I've got something special for you folks. Now, there's been a lot of talk on Reddit and just through different chats regarding player profiles. And I think I have something you're going to find very, very interesting. So, with that, hang loose, settle back, and we'll get right at it. So, this is the question that comes up a lot. Wouldn't it be nice to get some meaningful info from player profiles? I mean, I've even thought about this. Player profiles would be awesome because in Clash of Clans, you can look at a player, you can see if they are just a gemmer or if they actually play the game, how much they play the game, and if they're also a decent player. Something that a game like this, Dawn of Titans, where we have alliances where we are relying on the other members, other players to hold a certain standard or a certain weight of activity or gameplay or experience. This will help us build alliances that are achieving great statuses like the League of Gods or any one of the global alliances that always seem to do really well during the events. That brings up something else. So let's get to it. So now everyone knows how to get to their own player profile, right? In the upper left hand corner, you click on that picture view. It's the player profile. It comes up to this page. Now what you do is you click on settings on the lower right hand side, the gear. It'll bring you to this, the settings page. This is also where you go to get help from the developers in the upper right hand corner where the question mark is. But if you look underneath the part where it has your name and it says you're signed in and your Zynga ID is there, and you see the little Nintendo game controller. I don't know if you've ever hit those two buttons to the left of that. Well, let's find out what happens when you hit those two buttons to the left. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this video is a day late. I did want to put this out yesterday, but could not due to not feeling well. So, these two buttons are the player profiles. If you hit the button on the left, it'll bring up your own personal achievements. Now, looking at your own personal achievements, it's sort of like in Clash of Clans. Well geared, taking off, Titans galore, armies. And it has the dates that you've actually completed all these events, or benchmarks, should I say. Now, I have 11 out of 16 done. I only have a few left, the Full Kingdom, the Current End, the 3/5 expansion, and the last leg. So it tracks how you're doing. Now, I know I started playing the game on February 2nd, as most of my achievements were completed early February. February 2nd, February 3rd, 5th, 6th, and then May and March. So a lot of these achievements are not very difficult. They're easy to get, except for the last 6, as that puts you towards the end. Not the end, but towards you being a very higher level player. So those are your personal achievements that you can see. And we'll take a look at the crown. Now, this is something that can be seen by everyone. Now, I had once said that I had topped the league. It was #1 in the league, and I had gotten rid of that snapshot. But here it is. There I am, that little cute fox with 2,045,251 VP points. That was my highest score of all time. So it shows you your all-time score, your this week score, and your score for today. So very interesting. You can also share your scores. Now, in the right hand corner it says social and it says all. So if you slide this over, it says I don't have a public ranking because I haven't set my score to be shared, but this is the high scores for today. So this is something that you global players, if you watch this, you might be interested in changing what your setting is, because if we click and we move this to all-time top player VPs, there are a lot of players whose names are missing. Valiant Kahuna is the #1 player of all time according to this. Then Gregarious Space in Jamarulism. Pegasus comes in. Dorquail, Huang, Abu Valid. Now, I'm seeing these, and I don't know if these are all my, if any of these are people I know, because Infinity On should be up here. He scores well over 20 million VP. But these folks have their devices set to public. Now, I'm not sure how far or how many this lists. I haven't scrolled all the way down. Oh, interesting. Maybe it goes past 50. Yeah, it's going to list everyone. So you can see where you are if you make yourself public. So that's kind of cool. So there is a player profile. There's a ranking standing for players. However, the player profile can only be seen by ourselves. Now that's something that we need to ask Natural Motion to make public so that other players can see what our profiles are showing. So before we conclude, I do want to say,
why don't you donate $5 to the cause and maybe it'll make you feel better.
And I'd like to close out by thanking my new subscribers: GP Boss, The Karasha, Fury, Logan the Wizard 1, Jason Jerome, Jay, Solja, and Victor Rybnikov. Hey, thank you all for subscribing, and thank you so much for all y'all who are just passing by through the web and made it to the end of this video. I do appreciate it. Do appreciate the views. Do appreciate your time. Have a good one. Enjoy this event. Don't grind too hard. And as always, relax, enjoy, be balanced, and take care.
It's a long road, there's no turning back. It's a long road, there's no turning back. It's a long road, there's no turning back. It's a long road, there's no